All right, guys, we are going live and streaming, so we're going to give it a few minutes for everyone to hop on in there if you're watching this on the replay. Thank you for joining. Appreciate all the support, and let's get ready, man. So we're going to check on the phone, make sure the live stream comes up good, and get to rolling, man. We got a lot of stocks to cover in today's video, that is for sure. All right, so we got the live stream up on YouTube, so we should be rocking and rolling here, and we'll give people a couple minutes to hop in the stream. And just got to say, man, comment down below what you think about the shirt. If you're watching this back, leave a comments down the video. Had a few people comment, say they love the shirt. All right. I want to say thank you to everyone joining in, man. It's going to be an exciting stream. We're mainly here to answer your questions, and I'm going to communicate with the viewers here tonight. That's kind of what we're doing. Welcome, Carlos, man. You are the first one. Welcome to the live stream. This is not a live premiere. This is a live stream. I wanted to come out here and do this. All right. So while people is getting set up, let me go grab the link real quick. So let me mute this. Let me mute that. And I'm going to go grab my link to put here in the chat. So if you would consider joining the channel membership. Perfect. You could click this right in the chat and you would be good to go. All right, we got a lot of great comments so far. So thank you all for joining in. Just getting up the, there we go. We got the pinned comment. And now we should be good to go. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And there's the pinned comment. Perfect. Hudson number 2, Jamar is saying, when do you think Ipof will pop off? Man, Ipof, I am super excited about. If you did not watch the video I did yesterday, go watch it. You can see it right there. With the SpaceX/Starlink. To me, it's looking like it's going to be Starlink is going to be the merger. That's the big hype and excitement. So yeah, I'm really excited about Ipof. I have an update that I did on my community tab we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and do that as people's joining in. Jenny, hey, welcome in, Jenny. Jenny is saying, I'm buying Ipof next week. Perfect. Hey, like I said, it's still very low risk considering where it's trading at right now. All right, so what I usually do here is, as you see, I have posts in here that say members only. And how you become a member, guys and girls, is click that blue join button right here. Or if you're in the stream, you can click the money symbol down in the bottom right corner. You click the join button, and you can join as little as $2.99 a month. You get the loyalty badges. You get the custom emojis. I'll put them here in the chat. There you go. You see you get those custom emojis, and you also get priority replies to comments and videos and live streams, live premieres, and you get my alerts that I put here on my community tab on YouTube. Now, I did one here for free today. I put one out here because I wanted to show people an update on what I was doing with Ipof, because I wanted to make sure all of my viewers get a piece of this one, man. This one's super exciting. So as you can see, we updated it 6 hours ago saying Ipof stock call option buy the $10 strike. I bought an option expiring October 21st, 2022. I paid $95 for that contract. The SPAC has till October the 14th, 2022 to announce a merger candidate. So that's why I wanted to, as you see down here in the next line, I sold half of my May 20th options to buy October options. Comment down below any questions. So that is what I did, guys. I'm going to scroll back here. You're going to see where I did this post on Ipof. Now, as you're seeing all these posts in here that are members only, we did these weeks ago, and we're making good money on those plays. So here you can see a month ago I posted, we bought these May 20th long call options, $10 strike, and I was paying $25 each contract and planning to hold for an announcement of the merger date. As it's getting closer within the month time frame, I wanted to go ahead and capture some gains on these contracts because I sold these back for $54 a piece. So we made over 100% gain on each contract. Now, I bought a handful of these contracts. I just didn't buy one or two. I bought, a good bit of these contracts here. And what I did was I sold half of them today. So that's what this post is replying back to, is this post here from over a month ago on IPOF. And that is the update here on today. So we took the money that we profited from that initial investment a month ago, and we used that to buy longer out, date of options for IPOF, because that gives time for this merger to take place and not feel as rushed into next month. Now, I'm still holding half of my contracts that expire on May 20th. I'm going to hold those a few more weeks, see what the price action does, and see where everything leads out to on IPOF. So I just want to show you here today. Let me pull up IPOF stock. IPOF stock. We'll go to Yahoo Finance. And we'll see what happened here today. But I'm going to check it after hours too, as you can see here. So there was this, at one point today, it was like 1051. It was at a high of 1051. And we ended the day at 1040. There was like this huge sell-off right at the market close. And then it picked back up. So I don't know what someone's trying to do there. But we hit right around average volume. Average volume is 2.5 million. We traded 2.4 million, all but right there. And as you can see, guys, this is a market cap of 1.46 billion. So this has an opportunity to pick up a big merger candidate. This ain't just your normal SPAC with a few $100 million in for the merger. This one has 1.4 billion on the books. So this one has a lot of opportunity to get a good candidate for this merger. So yeah, that is going to be IPOF, man. I really wanted to touch base on that. I'm glad we got to talk about that here first. Super excited about this stock. As you can see, $10.40. Most of these SPACs have a floor limit of $10. So you're kind of risking 40 cents at worst here. In those options contracts that I did, I am risking $95 because that's what I paid for the contract. So my break even on that contract is IPOF needs to be above $10.95 come October 21st. So that is the update on IPOF. And there is a lot of great DD on Reddit over IPOF as well. All right, guys, leave a comment down below. Now we're going to get into metamaterials, and I got a couple comments here to catch up on. Wakil says, hey, Terry, love you, brother. We love you too, man. Hudson says, we must raid the MMAT building for our divvy. Yes, we might have to do that. And Mr. Tang Wu says, let's do this. All right. Absolutely, let's do it. So first, let's get into metamaterials. Metamaterials had like a fantastic day today, up basically 9.5%. Let's go. So that is awesome, guys. We ended at $1.58. That was nice to see. What would we open here? $1.51, ended at $1.58. Yeah, we'll take that 9.5%. You bet we will. And average volume, it picked up a little bit. Average volume is 5.7 million. We traded 3.4 million. So I think as we go here and take a look at the Fintel, we will see that there's probably not too much short action actually. So let's go take a look at the short here. Short squeeze score for metamaterials is 89.11, ranked 127 out of 5,500 stocks. Short shares that are available is 100,000. Earlier it was 0 and then someone returned it. So someone took it down to 0 and then someone returned 100,000. So short borrow fee is 8.21%. All right, let's see here. I think my internet may be lagging a little bit. So let me refresh this here. All right. Okay, yeah, so we're ending at 8.21%. Yeah, and that does show it here. The FINRA short volume ratio kind of shows it because down to a 42.99. They really did not short this much today at all. It's like they're maybe taking the brakes off leading into this holiday weekend because tomorrow is the last day of trading. We are closed for Good Friday. And we even got the update for the aggregate, 48.31. Let me refresh this here. Okay. All right. We got Hudson here. On a serious note, hey Terry, can you teach a class on what options are, how to buy and sell them, and what signals used to buy and sell them? Hudson, that is a great, fantastic question. I think I will have to come out with a video for that and kind of explaining the risk of options. Now, options, there is a huge risk because you do have the potential of losing every single dollar you put into that options contract. So keep that in mind. Options can be risky. You have to know how to, evaluate your situation and maybe assess your risk and kind of have it, have an enter and exit strategy when you go into an options contract. Maybe you say, I don't want to go below 10%. So if you see it down 10%, you can put that stop loss on there and it'll execute the trade for you. So that way you won't lose more than 10%. Hey, Dane, what's going on, man? Dame says, let's go. Hoping SST squeezes before my options expire next week. Yeah. If you have options, man, you got to make sure you buy them out. You want to buy them like a month or a couple months out. Bino, buy the dip. Yes. Buy the dip. There's the logo. Buy the dip. All right. Refresh this here. All right. So real quick, also, speaking of the MMTLP, we got to check that as well. WTI crude is $103.5 and Brent crude's at $108. So oil is creeping back up and it is staying over $100. So that is nice to see. I guess good and bad is the way I want to put it. So we looked at IPOF. Let's look at MMTLP. See what's going on with that. We ended today at $1.11. Volume was pretty decent. Average volume 650,000. We traded 417, almost 418 million actually. Matthew says, no more asking when divvy. We ain't getting a divvy, just Oilco share. So when Oilco. That is possibly true. Unless they go and just sell out the assets completely. Everything has to go into Oilco to get it off of MetaMaterials books. Then it can be sold under the Oilco name. So we'll have to see if we do get the dividend, which I do think there's going to be a dividend in my personal opinion. William, 418K. Yep, that was the trading volume today. All but 5 shares short. Now, it's kind of funny because Fidelity, you still can't buy on Fidelity unless you call up and ask for a specialist. I would think this number would be up a good bit more if you're able to buy. Oh, I said million. I mean thousand. Yeah, 418,000, guys, not 418 million. I guess I was getting confused with the metamaterials. We were going over there. All right. So we covered the metamaterials. I don't think there was any updates on metamaterials that I seen. Let's see here. Now that all came out last night. Yeah, I was thinking Meta Millionaires. I think I was, man. You got that right. I think I was thinking Meta Millionaires. Let's go. All right, so we covered Meta. We covered the oil price. We covered IPOF. Okay, so now we need to cover an interesting one here, man. I want to cover UTAA. Yeah, this is one that is very interesting, guys. If you see on the thumbnail, we talk about UTA SPAC. And this is rumored to be merging with Onlyfans. That's right. So this is an interesting one here because this thing hit volume today after hours and it was all like buying volume. So very interesting to see this SPAC move after hours the way it did because it was trading all day 10-12, 10-13, 10-15, 10-16, and then it shot up to 10-38 after hours. So that's a lot of volume because you can see here the average volume for this is 145,000 and we traded 687,000. So you're talking like 4x the volume on this, guys. 4x the volume. Now, just like IPOF, this is still in a SPAC form. So this is a safe play to put your money in, until the market decides what it wants to do. Because the most you're kind of risking on this is 38 cents, because these SPACs have a $10 floor. Now it can go below. I have seen them down $9.95, $9.90, and $9.80, but they are required to sometimes get these back up to $10. They usually don't go below $10 too much. Most I've seen is 10 to 20 cents. So I would say your max risk on this until there is an official merger and the ticker changes on this would be anywhere from 40 to 60 cents per share. So that is your max risk on this one. Now, unfortunately, you cannot buy options on this like we can IPOF. There is no options trading available for this. So it's strictly just buying and selling shares is the only thing you can do. You can also buy warrants if you're on Fidelity. Now, I have bought shares and I bought warrants. So I got my warrants and stuff on Fidelity. And those are going to be looking pretty good because of the after hours trading that happened today. So I'm going to be very curious to see the after hours pricing and how that affects those warrants tomorrow. Because I believe I bought my warrants at like 67 cents a piece. And I believe before they even went after hours, they were over 72 cents or 75 cents. So those warrants are going to be looking really good coming tomorrow, being we went up, 16 cents. And warrants move a lot more percent-wise than like a stock does. Warrants can make or break you, because if the stock goes down, say 3%, warrants can go down about 6 to 8%. So if a warrant goes up 3%, that warrant's going to go up probably 6 to 8%. So you see what I'm saying there? The warrants kind of move a little bit different, but it could be good or bad depending on, your situation. All right. All right, so I want to thank everyone for joining in, man. Appreciate all the love and support, guys. We got Good Friday coming up. We got Easter coming up. Comment down below if you're in, well, I know you're probably in MetaMaterials, MMTLP if you're watching this, because you're probably a regular viewer. But comment down below if you think you'd be interested in IPOF, which we got the video on there. UTA for the possible merger with Onlyfans. Like I said, safe. This is so safe to put your money in right now. Very little risk per share. And now we need to go over and cover HYMC, because HYMC stock had a pretty decent move today as well. I actually was able to pick up shares today of HYMC under $2. And I was so excited because anytime this dips below $2, it's almost like it's like a spring-loaded catapult, man. If you see this go under $2, you just want to buy them up. Not financial advice, but I like to buy them up because I know it isn't going to be too long before they are swoop right back up, and that's exactly what happened. This got beat down at the beginning of the market here, $1.97, and I think I bought mine for $1.99, $1.98, somewhere in there when the trade got executed. And literally shortly after I bought my shares under $2, they shoot up, as you see, regular trading hours to 9%, up to $2.18. And after hours, we did get back 3 cents. So we're sitting at $2.15. So that was an easy 15 to 17 cents per share gain. So basically all but 8% gain for the day for that purchase I did, which is really good, 8% in the day. Now, of course, I didn't sell those shares, but I was able to acquire more shares for that fantastic price. HYMC here had still lower volume than what it's used to. A lot of the initial hype is out of this stock, but there's still so much to come down the road for this stock, man. The CEO, Diane Garrett, is phenomenal. The average trading volume is all but 51 million, and we traded at 27.1 million. So pretty decent. There's still a lot of excitement, I believe, around this stock. Is that initial hype of the AMC deal is kind of starting to fizzle away. Andy, what's going on, man? Let's go. Yes, sir. Give Andy the let's go in there. So this is one, Andy, you want to go back because I went through a lot of the DD right at the beginning of this stream, and we're about 20 minutes in. So anyone watching this stream back is going to have basically a lot of the DD right at the beginning of it. So that'll be good for someone wanting to watch this video back. And I want to take so we covered the materials. I want to look at the float. So that's good. The shares outstanding still hasn't changed. We're still at the 294.4 million. So that hasn't changed. That is fantastic to see as well. So what I want to look here is HYMC stock. I want to check out the numbers on that here. I hate when it does that, HYMC. There we go. We can go to SEC filings. That'll be fine. It'll get me to the short interest. All right, here we go. Short squeeze score for HYMC is 88.49, ranked 157. Very close to metamaterials, actually. Gamma squeeze score 79.07. Wow, so that's interesting to see. Earlier today, there was 3.1 million shares. Someone took them all down to 0, and then someone returned 3.1 million shares. That is interesting. That all happened within, like, what was that? 30 minutes roughly. This happened. 30 minutes. Wow. That is a lot. Yeah, it looks like someone playing with it. Yes, it does. Like borrow, return, borrow. I don't know. Short borrow fee is 21.06. Fender short volume ratio 42.88. And aggregate short volume ratio 42.98. Now, if I'm taking a guess, oh, Lena asks, what about IMPP? Yes, let's take a look at that. My guess here is, because I do cover IMPP as well. If I'm taking a guess on this, I think the bots and a lot of those hedge funds and market makers are probably taking the rest of this week off to be with family, and they're probably not doing as many trades, and they're probably not worried about shorting down as much and beating down stocks as much as it usually is. So I think next week we'll see if the shorts come back guns blazing, and we'll see how the stocks hold up. And in the meantime, this was a pretty good day overall. My portfolios were green, so we'll take it. All right, so we're going to take a look here at IMPP. It was actually, technically, it shows end of the day at 128, after hours at 126. IMPP, man, is still down very low. Volume was half there. 42.9 million is average, and the volume traded at 19.3 million. So let's go pull up IMPP. See what we're looking like here. Jenny's asking, do I have any ATER, ATER? No, I do not. I do not have any ATER. But that play is rolling. It's been having crazy swings. And I'm kind of afraid to get in that one because it's already having lots of momentum. It could go really good or really bad really fast. So IMPP here shows short squeeze score 74.33. Gamma squeeze score 85.44, ranked 39. Interesting. Short shares that are available is 500,000. Okay, IMPP has a pretty expensive borrow rate at 44.52%. And they did short it over 50% today on the short volume ratio. How many outstanding shares is on IMPP? So IMPP has a pretty low share count actually here, guys. IMPP has a total shares of right under 70 million shares. So interesting. Very low float in my personal opinion there. But while we're talking about ATER, let's take a look at ATER and let's see what we get. Let's see what Fintel is showing for ATER. I'm assuming, Jenny, are you in ATER? Wow. So, yeah, ATER is number 1 on the short squeeze score to 99.50, ranked number 1. out of 5,500 stocks. Wow. On the gamma squeeze score for ATER is a 96.83, ranked number 2 on there. So ATER, and it still has 0 shares to borrow against this leading prime brokerage here at Fintel. So there is no more shares they can use to short there. And the borrow fee keeps going up. Short borrow fees 114.24 according to Fintel, with a max of 121.86. Fender short volume ratio on ATER is 53.49. Aggregate short volume 54.99. All right, and let's take a look at the total outstanding shares. So ATER is a really low float as well. So that's what helps these stocks move, guys. This is why it's important to have a low float. Shares outstanding, 62 million shares. That is pretty amazing to see. Wow. And you can see on ATER, it says 17.6% is held by institutional. Jenny is also in BBIG as well. Kenny Cole says, when will Fidelity let us buy MMTLP? That's a good question, Kenny. I do know you can call the number. If you go to purchase on Fidelity of MMTLP and it gives you that specialist number, call that number and they will execute the trade for you. And they usually will waive the transaction fee. So, tell them you want to buy MMTLP and they'll waive the fee. Mr. 2000 says, how about U1? They say it goes way up right before Juneteenth. Wow, U1. I'll be honest. I've never heard of U1 if I'm being honest, so let's take a look at it. I love hearing these different stocks that you guys will let me in on because Urban One, okay. Urban One, that's the clothing line, I believe. Hey, Robert, what's going on? Hail Meta, yes, sir. Yes. Urban One, that could be a Juneteenth one. It did get some volume today, average volume 210,000, and we traded 355,000, so there is some volume pouring in. Oh, yeah, look at the chart here on Urban One, man. Wow. That is pretty impressive. I mean, back here, $5.14, and now up to $8. So that is pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. This is one I'm about to put on the watch list. This is a very interesting chart. It could be going up to Juneteenth. So there is time to play this possibly. But seeing it go up like that makes it a little bit, and you can see too the volume. The volume going up as well on most of these days. Yeah. Yeah, some of these volumes is crazy. Wow. Okay, so that is an interesting one. Let's take a look at it here. ATER. Let's get out of there. All right. So let's type in U1. And let's see what we get here on U1 on the short interest. I don't think it's really a shorted stock too much. Look, well, it has 14% short borrow fee. Short shares available, 600,000. Short squeeze scores of 57.31. Interesting. But a pretty high short fee. They're not really shorting it too much. 39.33. Aggregate short volume ratio of 37.22. And how many shares outstanding is on U1? Wow, very nice low float here. So little volume can move these stocks because there's low float. Shares outstanding 51.2 million. Wow. We just keep finding these stocks with lower and lower and lower floats. Wow. All right, so Jenny says she's still in BBIG. Robert says, hail Meta. Mr. 2000, what's the difference between day trader and a pattern trader? I'm really neither of those, so I really don't want to give an answer to that question because I'm really not either of those traders. So I don't want to give an explanation for something that I'm not. But I mean, a day trader is someone, I would say someone's, buying something in large quantity and then scalping it for a few cents later. That's usually what I consider a day trader. Everyone's opinion is going to be different on a day trader. Hey, what's going on, AMC? Welcome in, man. Yeah, so the pattern trader would be someone probably looking at the charts, doing the chart analysis, basing it upon the levels on charts and basing your trades on the charts. That's my best way to explain it. I really don't do either of those. I kind of go on my conviction on a stock. I do my DD on it. I look at kind of the FinTel information. I look at also a lot of hype. I look at the hype. The hype is what will drive a stock a lot of times, guys. You see the excitement in around a stock. That's how we call it HYMC at $1.36 before it ran to $3 and we took some profit there. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you catch these plays. Oh, he's saying, do you mean pattern day trader warning with the broker? That could be. I'm not sure. I try not to do the day trades because you have to have over $25,000 in your brokerage account to do that. So I just don't try to do the day trade. And I usually try to buy something and, I have an account that I do some trading in, but I don't really do it day trading. It could be a week, couple weeks trading, things like that. So, because if I believe in a stock, I want to hold it for a little bit, and see the potential of it. But that's usually where I'll buy stocks. My Robinhood account is more for options, and I guess you would consider it day trading, where I would buy it at a certain price, and if I'm up so much on it, I will cash it out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we did with Ipof. We bought Ipof. Those $25 options back about a month ago. We sold them for $55 and made over 100% profit. And we took those profits and put them back into the October options so we have more time to wait for the merger. As long as you have settled cash. Yeah, that's the big deal. It has to be settled. Like I said, I don't really focus on that kind of stuff. All right, so looking here what's going on, I really didn't see too much overall going on. So I want to take this down for questions for you guys. Like I said, if you're watching this, you want to go back and see the DD. The first 20 minutes of this is like all the DD for all the stocks mainly, except the ones people was commenting down here in the chat. So that's why I wanted to get on here. Yeah, and that sucks. You have to wait like 2 days for it to settle. That's so dumb. I mean, if I sell a stock and they execute the trade, well, they know the buyer had, what I mean, had settled funds. At least you would think so. So while we got a minute here, as people comment down below, I just want to go ahead and promote the channel membership. As we saw at the beginning of the video, you can get what the big thing is. You click the join button here. You can also click the money symbol down in the bottom right corner. And if you click that, you'll see this here. You can join as little as $2.99 a month. You get the loyalty badge, you get the custom emojis, and we also got a bronze, silver, and gold tier. And you can see which tier you would want to join. But even the $2.99 tier, you get all that along with the buy, sell alerts and DD post that I put here in my community tab. And this is where I put this one out for free today about what I did with Ipof stock. And we also updated that from back here. Where was it at? From a month ago. Yeah. So we bought those for $25. We sold them for $55. So that was pretty nice to see. Hey, Bino, welcome to the stream. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. We covered ATER today, actually. We covered that. So we looked at the FinTel on it. You have to go back and take a look at the stream later. VERU, VERU. Yeah, that one was rocking and rolling today, man. VERU was going crazy. Let's take a look at that actually. Let's see what the Fintel shows on it. 80 million shares. Wow, VERU got Oppenheimer price point at $36. Wow. 80 million shares outstanding. So it's a pretty low float in my opinion. Let's go take a look at the short interest. Are they shorting it? Short squeeze score 87.30. It looks like they are. Rank 198 out of 5,500 stocks. There is 0 shares of VERU. VERU. 0 shares to short. Wow. And look at that borrow fee shoot up. Wow. This thing on the 8th had 0.39%. On the 11th, it was shot to 42.79. And the last 2 days been trading at 148%. Wow. That is, I don't know if I've ever seen such a drastic change in the short borrower fee than this one. I mean, literally 0.4, 0.3. And in one day shot up to 42.79 and then another 148%. Wow. That is, I must say, I'm impressed. That is interesting. That is a very interesting stock. Fender short volume ratio 56.13. Aggregate short volume ratio 57.97. And it's a pretty low float at 80 million. How many was traded today? Let's pull that up. Oh, it's actually trending ticker number 1. Oh, yeah, man. This thing shot up 50% today. That's impressive. Ending at $15.44. Wow, look at that. Average volume is 11.1 million, and this thing traded 187 million today. Wow, in volume. So you're talking that's 18x the volume normally traded on this stock. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. And if he's saying they have a $36 price target and it's a 15, it has a lot of room to run. You're talking $21 run. So you could set your limit way before that just to be safe. But looks like if it keeps running like that and that borrower fee, shorts are going to get in bad shape on that. Yeah, VERU was 568 on Monday. That's crazy. John D says, if we were expecting big squeeze on Meta, why not buy the call options? Well, there's the double-edged sword of buying call options if you're, in a sense, projecting a squeeze, because buying the call options doesn't, in a sense, help the squeeze. Buying the shares outright is what's helping the squeeze, because it's taking the actual shares off the market. And if you're buying the call options, you would need to exercise those call options to gather those shares. So that's why sometimes people's like, that's why if you look at all the money in these call options that expire worthless, if they were to go and just buy shares, that would be better off, because you see where there's like 20,000 calls at, like, say Metamaterials has $1.58 here price, and you look at the options like $2, $3, $4 strike, there could be 20,000 options contracts, and like maybe 10,000 at the 2 and 5,000 at the 3 and 5,000 at the 4, and none of those go into the money. They all expire worthless. If all that money just would have went and bought shares, that would have been very helpful. But yes, if you're looking to buy an option and exercise it, or buy the option on the hype and sell it and get the cash and then rebuy the stock, that's great as well. Or buy longer call options. So that is a way to do it as well. But you never want to let your calls expire worthless. I've been down that road. It sucks. It sucks. Little story, I've told this before in a live stream, but I bought back, I want to say it was October or November. I was buying the January 22 call options. And why did I buy those? Because we thought we were going to have a dividend official announcement come end of December or beginning of January. And guess what? None of that happened. Here we are in April, And we're still waiting on it. So my call options expired worthless. And it sucks. So I will never let that happen again. I will always cash out my options and get some money back. Because I just figured the dividend was coming and it just never happened. So I learned my lesson on that. Call options, I will always probably cash those out within 3 weeks or 2 weeks of it, unless I'm expecting something. If I buy a call option really close into the expiration date, I'm not holding it but a few days because it'll just start going down if the price doesn't move. So got to be very, very careful with those call options, man. That's for sure. Got to be very careful on the call options. You want to give yourself enough room, enough breather room, so you do not expire worthless. That is the worst feeling. I lost, I think it was over $500 on my metamaterials call options that expired. I think it was January 21st, 2022. They expired worthless because we had no dividend. And I bought those options back in like October, November. And I was thinking that, oh, I got plenty of time because the merger is going to happen, or the announcement is going to happen in December, right? Well, it never happened. And I held it instead of cashing out, I just held on to them. And as you know, the price kept coming down and down and down. If I was buying October and November, I was buying at the tip top, $5, $6 range of metamaterials, in the $4 range. And it just kept coming down. So those options was just getting less and less of value. So we will see. We will see. So yeah, you got to be very careful on options. Queens get the moolah. Love the name there. I love the YouTube name. Queens get the moolah. I got a 19 strike on AMC expiring tomorrow and $2 strike for 429 on MMAT. AMC. I don't know how that's been. I don't think it's near 19 unless something crazy happens. What is AMC? What's AMC trading at here now? Oh, it's close. Yeah, you're getting close. Yeah, you're getting really close. $2 strike on 429. 1834. I mean, you're close. I mean, you are really close. I mean, if it moved up another dollar some here as it did today, you would be okay. You would get into the money. This has a chance. This really has a chance. It had a decent volume today. Traded over 36.4 million, AMC did. Yeah. You need a rip in the morning so that way you can sell it or execute the trade or whatever you're looking to do. All right, John says, can you look into USOI? It pays 20% dividend. Wow, 20% dividend. Woo! Let's take a look at that. That was USOI. Wow. Wow, 21.27%. Woo! That is an insane dividend. Let's just put it that way. I want to pull up the I wonder if it gives me the dividend history on this. USOI. USOI dividend history. Here we go. Right on the NASDAQ. That's what we want to see. Wow, this pays a monthly dividend too. Wow. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Look at that. Here on NASDAQ, it's showing 24.11%. Wow. That's pretty insane to get that kind of dividend. I'm not going to lie. 24%? Wow. Yeah, let's take a look at the overall stock and what it's looking like here. Let's do the year to date. Actually, let me pull it up on this one. this chart will be a little easier to see. USIO stock. Let's do the year to date. Oh, so it is down actually. Year to date, it is down, which I guess is a good time to buy because it's down. And if it comes back, wow, this thing was over $7 back in November. This is like, was this a meme stock, man? Is this like an oil stock? Is that what this is? It says the Credit Suisse X-Link's crude oil shares covered call. Yeah, interesting. This is a monthly dividend. Yes, it is. I must say, so basically here it shows you buy this stock and it's currently trading at $5.65 and you're going to get an annual dividend of $1.33. Oh, it's an ETF. Okay. Wow. That is a good find there, John. Wow. That is a great place to put your money. I'm not going to lie. That is a pretty great place. Yes, this is a monthly dividend. You can see here on effective date, declaration, record date, payment date. So you're going to get 19% dividend here on the payment date on the 25th. Here you can see it pays out around the 25th. End of every month it pays out. We're going to get 19 cents here for April. It paid 11 cents for March, 17 cents for February. Yeah, exactly. We can jump in it now because oil is going back up. That is true. That's very interesting. January got almost 15 cents. December got 6 cents. November got 14 cents. So it kind of shoots all around, but they're saying here, I mean, you look, 1 month there it did get 3 cents, but I mean, I guess it depends on the share price is really what it goes on. But wow, that is thank you for putting that stock. I'm actually going to write that one down because I may need to get a little bit of this for the dividend. I've been wanting to start a dividends only account. And I actually bought the IMPP. So yeah, I'm gonna write this down real quick, guys. USOI. Wow. And that says it is a 24.11% yield. Divvy yield. That is monthly. And it says annual divvy is around $1.33. Wow. Thank you for putting this on the notice. All right, he's also saying here, check out SLVO. Let's check it out. That is crazy. SLVO. Oh, it's another one of these. So let's pull it up on here. SLVO stock. Okay, so this one's actually up 6% year to date. So this one is actually up. Silver shares covered call. ETN expires April 2033. Oh, it's the same thing, but in silver prices. Okay. And with gold and silver going up, so this one is oil. And this one here is, what do I do here? SLVO. Let's pull it up. SLVO. Not bad either. 13.92% interest. That's not bad. You get a little diversity. You get an oil one, you get a silver one. So this one pays 13.92% divvy yield. And this one's paid monthly as well. So that monthly dividend money and the annual divvy is around 73 cents, 0.73 cents. And this one is silver. Wow. Look at me learning something here. You all teaching, John here teaching me a little something here. All right, Terrence is saying, Terry, check out QYLD. Let's look at it. I love it. I love you guys giving me tickers, man. I love this. QYLD. Okay, so this is the Global X NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF. And let's pull it up over here as well. I like to see the year to date or the 1 year chart on it. QYLD. I like to see where these stocks are doing. Year to date, down 5%, 1 year down 8%. So I kind of, in a weird way, I kind of like that because I like buying a stock when it's down because, yeah, LMNOP, yeah, that's the best stock to buy. I heard that has a 420.69% dividend yield paid daily. That's right, daily. Daily dividend yield, 420.69% daily dividend yield. All right, so we need to go check it out over here. QYLD. Boom. Nice as well. Another. Oh, hang on a second. Did this stop paying dividends, though? Because it don't show any more dividends. So I wonder if this one stopped paying dividends currently. Because the other two showed dividends and this one has not. This one showed the last dividend was paid on January. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's 2023. Whoa, we got a long time for this one. Hang on a second. This one's a little different. It gives the whole year out here. Whoa. So it is doing a monthly dividend. Never mind. I'm looking at that wrong. Okay, but yeah, some months it could do 20 cents. Some months it could do 50 cents. Wow. And this one here is QYLD. So this is doing dividends off of that. So little expensive share price compared to the others, but it is going up. Well, I mean, this one's going down 8%, so that's good. The 5 years is down 10%. Interesting. But it's a nice one to have on the list. Annual dividend of $2.5. So I think you can get a little bit more value with the other ones, though. The USIO and the SLVO. Making sure I don't miss any comments up here. That's a good question. I wonder what the components are in that ETF. So let's look at USIO components. Let's do that. USIO stock companies. I wonder if it'll give me the list of. Oh, it's just cash. Okay. Gotcha. Either way, pretty interesting to say the least. NWL. Can't say I ever heard of this one. NWL stock. New L Brands. 21. What's the year to date on it? Wow, it had a big spike back there to 26. Wonder what that deal was. Must have had some crazy announcement. Wow, the 1 year on this is down 15%. Rubbermaid storage, trash containers. Okay. Okay. Of course, we all heard of Rubbermaid storage and trash containers. And NWL gives quarterly dividends. So let's take a look at that. NWL. I can get down with Rubbermaid. Who doesn't like Rubbermaid? 4.3%. Annual dividend of 92 cents. What's the volume? Let's check out the volume. Queens get the moolah, buy the dip. What's the volume? So let's look at the volume. Wow, this one here, QYLD had 3.9 volume. Wow. So let's check that one out here. What was it again? NWL volume. NWL. 2.1 million volume. Has a 9.3 billion market cap. Yeah, that is an interesting. I must say, so far, that's an interesting one. That is like, I mean, pretty iconic. Rubbermaid, trash containers. I mean, that's pretty. Everyone knows what Rubbermaid is. But I mean, year to date, they're down 15%. In 5 years, they're down 52%. Wow. That kind of shocks me. I'm not going to lie. Wow, in 2020, after the Rona, it was down to $12. Shot to 28. I mean, it doesn't have a great 5-year history on it. It's crazy as it is. Okay. Thinking it has it does have a potential chance for a move. It really does. It still does have a chance. But the 5 years does not look good on it, but it would be a sleeper if it did move. It definitely would be. I must say, man, this has been a very fun live stream. I'm not going to lie, man. This has been really interesting looking at these dividend stocks. I've definitely... Oh, Rhymes here saying Rubbermaid storage trash. Bubble water bottles. Coleman Outdoor Products. Okay, I heard of Coleman Outdoor Products. Writing instruments, glue. First alarm. Wow. They do about everything. They do about everything. Yeah, that has a chance. I mean, I'm going to write that one down because it has a chance. So we got NWL. This one is 4.13% divvy yield. And this one is paid, I believe it's quarterly. And the annual divvy is 92 cents. Cool. White Trash Brewery, get all three if you're a monthly dividend investor. So he says here QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD. So let's check those out. Thank you for those stocks. Let's check them out here on the dividends. Let's see what they're giving out. RYLD. Russell 2000. So let's pull it up on this. RYLD. So that's about $23. Let's pull it up on here. RYLD. These are the kind of stocks people don't talk about because they're not, in a sense, exciting. Over the past year, it's only down 4%, so not bad at all. So there's probably room for, man, it's down 21 something there at one point. I mean, it's been recovering. It was hanging at like 25 bucks in 2019, and then, you know, Rona happened. It shot it down to 16 and 15, and it's just been on a little recovery there ever since. It's just slowly recovering up, which is nice, because that would be yeah, the QYLG. Okay, man, a lot of great stuff in here. I love it, man. These dividends. I love a dividend stock that you buy, and it also slowly goes up as well. That's nice to see, actually. That is really nice to see. I'm actually going to screenshot this here because I want to have these stocks, and I can do a little bit more investigation on these stocks. Okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat, man. I owe you a big thank you for you all giving me these stocks. I'm super excited because I think I want to start a dividends account, and I definitely know 2 I want to put in there right now. And I just want to slowly build it out. That's what I want to do, slowly build it out. And I like the monthly dividends. I really like that because well, I'm thinking here, I mean, heck, to get that, man, that's pretty good. And some of them stocks, those monthly dividend stocks, they're actually beat down. They're pretty beat down, actually. So they have potential to go back up. Not only getting a monthly dividend of, you know, the yearly dividend on USIO is 24%. So you're talking you're getting like a 2% monthly dividend, and LVO is 13.9%. So you're getting a little over 1% dividend each month. So that's pretty good. All right. Brian Franklin, hi Terry, new to the channel. I'm an MMT holder and very confused on how MMTLP came to be. Very interesting concept. So when the whole merger happened and the preferred share, the Torchlight preferred share, got put onto the brokerages like Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, George did confirm that those are put in street name. So they were not assigned to individual names when they were put into the brokerage. So if you bought, it was just held in your brokerage account, but they didn't have individual names linked to those preferred shares. So what happens is one of the market makers, we don't know who it could be, one of the big boys, whether it was Citadel or VERU, one of the big ones out there, had at least 1 to 3 million shares. That's how many they needed to put on the market for sale. And that opened up trading through the OTC market. And OTC, you don't really need much information to get that going. So all the brokerages confirm it. Fidelity confirm it. MetaMaterials acknowledges that if you buy it, it seems to them that you will get it. Because, yeah, that's basically it. It is legit. You buy MMTLP, you get the preferred share. Gold. Barrick Gold has a nice dividend. Probably should tell. Yeah, it could be. Ah, here we go. ORC. Let's check that out. ORC is another great dividend. So let's check that out. That sounds pretty. I like the math he has there. Cheap dividend stock, do the math, buy 100 shares at $3 each, get 2 free a month. They add up quick. Wow. ORC stock. Yeah, 305. Let's look at the year to date. I like that it's down because this is probably one of these ones that just is beat down. Probably do a little bit more research because, you know, I'm just kind of going off the dividend here. Let's take a look here at ORC on this. Trade at 1.5 million today. Average price target is 4.25%. Oh, they just announced estimated first quarter results and monthly dividend. Declared a monthly cash dividend. Wow, they lost a net loss of 84 cents per share. Wow. Including estimate 1.4 nets here. Wow. Estimate 19.5% total return on equity. Wow. So they are losing some money, to say the least, but they are paying out great dividends. So here it says the board declared a monthly cash dividend for the month of April 22, dividend of 0.045 cents, be paid May 27th to the holders of April 29th. So we have a couple weeks to get into this one. So they plan on announcing the next common dividend on May 11th. So it's considered to be a REIT. All right, so let's pull this up here on the dividend history, ORC, and let's get the information of it. Wow, pretty nice for a little cheap stock. Brian got it. Thanks for the info. Thank you, Brian, for the question, man. All right. So I'm going to write this down here because this one, ORC, has a 17.76% divvy yield. And this is paid monthly. We like those monthly dividends because those really add up. An annual divvy, 0.54. I love it. And the stock's currently trading at $3. So we're going to put over here, it's about $3.05. I like that. Let me get that NWL price because I got to get these prices. I forgot to write the prices down because that way I can diversify. So that one is 22.46 share price. All right. I need to get the other one here is SLVO. That one is 5.35 share price. And the other one is USOI. And that one is $5.70. All right. PH Ron, COP Burley is talking about they're going to start doing monthly dividends. ConocoPhillips. Interesting. ConocoPhillips is an expensive stock to buy, though. It's kind of hard to, yeah, like if we go here and look at COP, I mean, it's $100 a share. And they're probably going to give low dividends, but you are in a safe stock. 2%. So, I mean, you're buying one share at $100 and you're going to get $2 return on it. It's a pretty low dividend, but like I said, it's a safe stock to be in. It could be Chevron as well. But, I mean, you could buy... So you're buying $100 of one share of COP, you're going to get $2.28 back. But literally you could buy 2 shares of USOI and they're $5.70 each. So you could put basically $11.40 and you're going to get $2.60 some cents return. So you get more return for less money. And you're only risking $11 instead of $100 per share. So, you know, it is what it is. There is risk involved when you do dividend stocks. Sometimes these companies pay a crazy dividend just to attract buyers. So you got to take that dividend with a grain of salt a lot of times. So you do got to consider a little bit of a gamble when you're getting these dividends paying. I mean, literally, 24% dividend. That's really scary. A 13.92%, 4% seems pretty safe. and a 17%. So I would say it's a little risky when the company's paying that high of a dividend, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. If you hold it for a little bit, stock goes up. You could decide to sell out, and you would definitely want to keep up with the financials. If the company's looking like they're possibly going to go bankrupt, you want to sell out before that would happen, because then you'd pretty much lose all of your dividends. But what you could do is, if you want to roll over your dividends and buy that same stock back, or take your dividends and buy a more safer stock with it. That's a possible thing as well. I know a lot of people do Coke. I think it's Coca-Cola. Yeah, Coca. This is one here. Oh. Coke stock. Wow, I didn't freaking know that. Coca-Cola is $500 a share. What the heck? Woo! Oxy, let's check that out. OXY. $59 a share. So it's a little expensive. But I mean, it's proven its point here. It's up 91%. Wow. 91% year to date in a declining market. That is impressive. Up 133% in 1 year chart in a declining market. Now, consider this is Occidental Petroleum Corporation. I'm assuming here this is going to be petroleum, of course. Yeah, so this is probably going off kind of the oil prices. But let's check out the dividend yield and let's see what it's doing, because so it is a pretty low dividend considering, but the stock is performing oh, that's right, the Coke's KO. Yes, thank you guys. You can tell I really don't research dividend stocks, but this is probably the most dividend research I've done on stocks with you guys down here, actually. Yeah, so this dividend isn't much. You're getting a little dividend, but with this one, I think you're definitely buying for the growth, because that is insane right now. Yeah, that's the one I want to look up. KO. That's what I want to do. Darn you, Terry. KO stock. That's it. That looks a little bit more better. So year to date, Coke stock is up 64.73%. And let's check out KO here on the dividends. 2.76%, pays $1.76 annual. So if you get a little bit of growth with that, it would be good as well. This is a good safe dividend stock right here. So if you wanted to maybe risk with some of those more riskier stocks, you could take your dividend out and just buy into KO stock and buy some Coca-Cola stock. This has been like, the dividend stock has been around forever. As you can see, it's a very slow growth over the 5 years. It is up over 50%, but it is slow growth. It did go down because of Rona. Other than that, though, I mean, the stock has been pretty much consolidated and slowly going up over time. So this is probably one of the safest dividend stocks to put your money in, because, I mean, everyone's going to drink Coke. I mean, let's face it. It's pretty much at its 52-week high, 64.87, and we're at 64.73. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Hello, brother. Gino, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. So I'm really thinking about getting a couple of these dividend stocks down here and letting them just accrue some interest here and see if they do go up over time and collect some dividends. And these ones that are down a little bit right now, like USIO, SLVO, they are a little risky because they're paying crazy dividends, but you can get some great returns and you can put that into something more safer. So Yeah, this has been a fantastic stream, man. We covered all the great DD at the beginning, but there's a lot of great DD here towards the end because we're just going over dividend stocks like crazy. I love it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it there with the stream. I just want to say thank you all for joining. Also, if you want to join, click the blue join button, click the money sign down below. You can see there. You can click that and join. Little as $2.99 a month. You get the loyalty badge. You get the custom emojis. You can join the bronze, silver, gold tier. You can decide. And you get the buy sell alerts here on the community tab. You'll see where it says members only. You're only seeing these because I'm on there. But you will see the one I did today where I posted out there to kind of let you know about joining channel membership here, because you get to see stuff like this that'll do the alerts. So, AD, man, we're just about ready to end the stream, man. We've been going for over an hour. The first 20 minutes of the stream is all the DD on the stocks that we pretty much covered on the thumbnail. And we also covered a few more. And we have been going, over a ton of dividend stocks. And I think I'm going to do a video, maybe an update on my dividend portfolio. It's going to start out very slow. So I just want to put that out there. I'm going to go through a couple $100 into these risky stocks. I'm not going crazy on it. I may buy 10, 20 shares of each, and just to kind of mix up the bag on it and go from there. And I can just show you all what I've been doing. And I want to say thank you to John. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, AMC there. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, everyone in the chat. White Trash Brewery. Thank you. Everyone that is commenting here. John as well. Kala. Thank you, guys. Big Money Mike, Ben, Brian Franklin, Terrence. Everyone that's commenting here, man. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, and I got to do an options one, too. Maybe I should do something about options, too. So thank you, everyone. So I know I got to do a dividend video. I got to do an options video. I know I got that coming up. I think I'm going to try to do that over the weekend. I do work tomorrow, and then I'm off Good Friday, and I got the weekend off. So I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I got a 3-day weekend. That deserves a let's go. So we will come back. I'll have those videos probably come out over the weekend. It's a great time to put them out. Options video, dividend video. Now, of course, I won't be able to buy them right away, but maybe I'll do them in a separate Fidelity account. Maybe I'll try to do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get this dividend situation figured out, because I was waiting for the dividend actually to come out from MMTLP to start my actual dividend account. And yeah, we'll be able to get into there. Yeah, and DP here says, check into REITs. They also pay dividends. Yeah, so I need to look into the REITs as well. So think about throwing $100 in each of them and letting it kind of accrue up and add a little bit of money to it there as well. So hope you all enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, smash thumbs up, leave a comment down below, because you know it helps out the algorithm. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, guys.